So I'm currently behind the wheel of the 2022 Audi Q3 in the Premium Plus S-Line trim. And I'm going to take some time to go through the interior of this thing. So starting as I normally do from left to right. Over on the left, you've got your window switches, you've got your rear mirror adjust. Tucked right there, you've got some presets you can set for the driver's seating position. Right there is the trunk latch. You got a door latch right here, as well as your door locks. To the right of that, you've got some buttons for the lighting of the vehicle, as well as the automatic headlights up front. Moving to the gauge cluster, it is a full digital Audi virtual cockpit display. So each screen basically has two variants. So there are 4 different pages that can be adjusted on, as well as once you're on a page, you can kind of swap up and down. So starting far on the left is kind of an information screen signified by kind of like the mileage left in the vehicle. So starting at the top, we've got date and time, consumption, short-term memory, long-term memory, the energy consumers. So right now, the heated seat that I am currently utilizing, driver assistance, and traffic signs. Going over, it's just kind of whatever I'm listening to. Mobile device is not connected right now, but this is where you could have your kind of address book displayed, and then you got where you currently are. The best part of the virtual cockpit is when you see it as a map. But usually I set it on one of these mileage screens. You can also notice that I have the dynamic screen enabled. There are also 2 other screens that can be configured. So going into the settings on the navigation screen, which I will showcase the full navigation settings, but kind of for the virtual cockpit purposes, this is one of the screens. So pushing view again, kind of that's the bubble, that's the classic, and now I'm going to hit, this is the sports screen. The 2 different screens, and obviously that dynamic screen was kind of just those unique bar graphs. But moving back to the steering wheel, how I was switching between the 4 different pages are these 2 arrows left and right. So you go on those pages this way, and if you're on a page going up on this swivel, will adjust once you're on that page. This view button is kind of how you get that 2 different view options. The back of the steering wheel features paddles for shifting. So you got down gears on the left, up gears on the right, and over on the right, you got a favorites button, talk buttons, 2 tuner buttons, as well as a volume knob, much like this scroll knob over on the left. Give you a better look at the steering wheel. Moving to the navigation display, so I'll get out of the settings screen I was showcasing for the virtual cockpit. But this is kind of the home screen, but then you have the different app bubbles displayed. So you got radio, media, phone, navigation, phone apps. If you connect your phone, this is where Android Auto, Apple CarPlay will be. Vehicle, clicking in here. Oh, I'm going too fast. We'll kind of give you different vehicle options, more specifically or exclusively the Audi Drive Select, which is basically the drive modes of the vehicle. So you have off-road, comfort, auto, dynamic, individual. Individual is kind of like the custom mode, allowing you to change the vehicle drive between balance and sport, and steering between comfortable, balance, and sport. So you can kind of customize it as a performance-oriented mode if you like. You also have efficiency assist, air conditioning, light visibility, parking aid, driver assistance, settings, service, you name it. You can pretty much change it for the vehicle. That's that favorites, more vehicle settings. Things like time and date, things like that are kind of under general measurement units, things of that nature. The display brightness is where I just changed the Audi virtual cockpit right here. That's where I was adjusting it. The MMI, you can change the different color scheme of it. Language, keyboard, sound, system maintenance, the users of the vehicle, the connected devices, connection settings, entertainment, navigation, telephone, contacts, messages, privacy, notifications, and the announcements and tones. And on the last page, you have help, users, messages, legal notes, weather, news, and calendar. And that basically rounds out the rest of the kind of the app bubbles. Now over on the left, you'll notice Some of these can be quick selected. So if I was on this screen, I want to get the radio, I click that, and that's kind of the radio icon, the media, the phone, navigation. So basically the first four get their own little spot to pop you right in. Moving down from there, you have your normal HVAC system. So it features heated seats for the driver and the passenger. Volume. The temperature is displayed digitally right here, as well as the fan setting. But everything is kind of a manual button, just kind of displayed digitally. You have your normal defrost settings, things like that. Below that, to the left, you have the engine start-stop button. Over on the right, you kind of have a quick option to control the volume and the tuner knob, as well as turn off the media. Right here, you have a drive select button on the left. So this will kind of pop you right in to the drive mode screen, and it'll disappear in a second, like so. Now, if you wanted that screen to stay up, you would go in through the vehicle screen, Audi drive select, and it'll sit here as long as you leave it on the screen. But this is kind of like an on the fly while you're driving. You want to switch to different drive modes, you'll hit that. To the right of that, you have a traction control off button, engine start stop off button, red hazard button. Right here you got parking sensors and hill ascent controls as well. Below that you have two USB, let me get you on this side, C buttons, or spots to plug your phone. So two USB spots. Right here you got a charge pad cubby hole for your phone. And then moving back from there, uniquely, I've been in a few Audis lately where it's kind of that little toggle, basically a third the size of this, to switch between different gears. But the Q3 features a normal kind of style gear lever. So you got park, reverse, neutral, drive. And once you're in drive, you can hit it again to be in sport. You can also shift manual gears if you want to knock it over here or on the back of the steering wheel, as I showcased. I'm gonna put it back in park for safety. Moving back from the left there, you have a parking brake latch. You have a 12-volt smoker's plug, I say right here. That Audi spot, which the only thing really fits here is your key. Right here you've got two cup holders. This is kind of lit up with whatever color scheme you have throughout the vehicle. Right in between the cup holders, uniquely, there is this kind of a hold for your phone. So it kind of hold itself right there. You got your armrest, relatively deep, currently housing a receipt parking. Passenger side features Quattro branding. You got your glove box. Get you a look at the passenger door. You can kind of see it's getting darker, so you can kind of see the color more so in the back. Since it's darker back there, kind of the glow that you can adjust. This is the color scheme of and the theme of the seats. Goes to the rear as well. Both the front and rear cabin feature this sunroof. It's currently raining, so it's pointless to show, but sunroof controls, lighting controls up top. And that is pretty much the interior of the 2022 Audi Q3 in the Premium Plus S-Line trim. If there's some detail on the interior I didn't go in depth enough on, be sure to leave some questions in the comments below, and I would love to find you an answer. Thanks for watching.